What is going on, everybody? Back on at One Piece episode 350. Now, the arc hasn't been the best of arcs, but maybe it'll finish strong. I'm still told I have like another 20 to 30 episodes to go. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of like drawn out, reused shots and circles episodes. I don't even know how the shadows get put back to the people. I don't know. There's a lot of what I will say though about the arc. There is a lot of like technicalities of like abilities that we still don't kind of know. So I'm still waiting to see that, like with the shadows, with the girl's ghosts, Brooks' samurai abilities. So there's a lot of moving pieces with that. But we'll see. Ooh, I have it muted. There we go. Guys, they're gonna see you, by the way. Is Chopper fainted? Guys, get back inside. She told you not to talk. You're very harsh, he says. She really hates his ass, huh? What's your goal? Wants to... he wants to be king. Alright, let's see this number 900 you got going here. Well, Kaido? Who's Kaido? Have we heard that name? I feel like I've heard the name. He said in the New World? His ability does seem powerful, but at the same time, if you don't have a good base of like fighting skill, I don't know how you pull it off in the middle of a battle. Like he needs others around him or something to set it up if he's not strong himself, you know? Because some people are busted because of their abilities. And this is in any anime. A lot of characters are strong with their abilities, but if you figure out the ability or get past the ability, they don't have any base of like taijutsu or hand-to-hand skill or anything like that, you know? Well, they're really afraid of Brook like that. So somebody else came here 5 years ago and started dotting up all their zombies and removing the... So they had to go... So I'm guessing 5 years ago they had to redo this all over again. So they had to like replenish their stocks again. And he has the ability to just purge that shit? Yeah, it's not killing you, so we're not too threatened by it. So they can't come back in. Yep, they won't be able to sail through the sunlight to get back in. If you kill the person as their shadow disappears too. Yeah, there's still one. So if you kill the body, you kill the shadow. So then the zombie dies at the same time. That's a good technicality to get around just dumping the bodies. Because then we have nobody left that can sail. Mm-hmm. Now what's interesting is they took out the strongest of our group, which you hate to see because it leaves the lesser characters to deal with it, but at the same time it's also okay because we get to see what Brook is capable of. So I guess I'll let it pass for now. What is this shit? Eh? Yeah, some sea prism dust? What the hell is that? So is it nothing that he's specifically doing? Is it something that... It's a... actual tool that he has? And if you do that, does the soul go back to the original body? I'm assuming. Because we didn't know where that was going. So if you can if you separate the shadow from the zombie, the shadow will make its way back to its original owner? That pixie dust? What is that? Interesting. Okay, I'm digging the episode so far. We're getting some explanatories here. How did he figure that out? Like, where did he get all this information from? Oh, it looks like my question is going to be answered. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's awake. So he went back there and just started fucking shit up. Could he defeat his own shadow? I mean, he's got an immortal body. Well, so do you, damn near. Well, so they said they ran into a big issue 5 years ago. Was it Brook's doing? Did he just start going crazy, and then ultimately the only way he got stopped was he ran into himself, so he's like, ah, fine. The hell was that? Why did he just have a panic attack there? What the fuck was that? Hello? You gonna speak on what just happened? Did he just have a flashback to last time, so it's making him freeze up or what? I'm waiting till we get a Brook cutscene. That's when you know. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was about to say, what? That was so not smooth and abrupt. Ooh, that smooth saxophone. Yeah, I'm very curious what that just was right there. Like, he was so full of knowledge and so willing to help, and then just, like, had a mini panic attack. From her? A swordsman that hums? Called his ass a simpleton. I still don't even... Huh. Because now that I think about it, I thought it was the doctor that was bringing these things back to life. It's not the doctor that's bringing them back to life. The doctor's just creating the shell that he's then stuffing the shadow into. When the hell did the two of them come up with, like, run into each other to even come up with that type of idea? Because before, his ability was simply to just remove your shadow. Which, if you think about it, isn't the end of the world. You just wouldn't be able to be out during the sunlight, which does suck. But you can still live just that vampire life type shit. The doctor then took his ability to a new level. Like, did he even know that he could put his shadows into things? Like, that's a big revelation there. Like, when did the two of them come to that realization? They're like, oh shit, we can stuff your the shadows that you snip off. We can put them in things, reanimate. Did they ever try to stuff it into people that still had their shadows? Did you ever try to switch bodies? Maybe. Could I snip Zoro and snip Luffy and put them into? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm curious when they figured that out. Could I stuff it inside of a tree or some shit like that and the tree comes alive? I don't know. Zoro. Yeah, it's very interesting when they came up with that realization. Could you just put it into dead bodies? Screw the zombie part? Looks like maybe he's piecing together dead bodies to make them, I guess, stronger than they would be if it was just a corpse, but there's a lot of technicalities. We didn't even hear the question that Frankie asked him that's got him in tears. Is this Brook? Yep. I feel like he's still leaving a piece of information out. Well, y'all are dead. I don't want background on his sword skills. So does he drip his sword in salt, or is he like slicing and throwing salt at the same time? Because we're not gonna slight or shit on Zoro here, but I don't remember Zoro coming out looking like this with this type of sword play so quickly. So I mean, that naturally has to be a thing. I feel like I can't be the only viewer at this point in your One Piece journey that is not curious about seeing a spar training between Zoro and Brook, right? Surely. And I'm curious if it's never happened. Surely the fan base has hypothesized that and dreamed of that, right? The two of them going at it. Shit. You better run into the reanimation. Mm-hmm. Well, that's where he flew from. Well, how convenient for us, though, really. Well, you know yourself now. Come on. Give us some... Like, this is a very Naruto, when, remember when they pulled the seal off the temple that they had Gaara in? And it spawned, clones of themselves that they had to fight? That's what it makes me think. Now you've just got to be able to go further, beyond. This sounds like it actually is a real corpse here. Continent Purifier. Or they just keep his ass on ice or something? Just don't even know how they're fitting in there, by the way. Well, show it to us at least before the episode ends, because the episode's going to end in the next 30 seconds. Why does Chopper go out like that, man? Am I supposed to know who this is? I see no definitive... I don't know who that is, but they look big as hell. I want to say I hope the shadow doesn't get put into this, because that seems like it's going to be a bitch of a thing to deal with. They're not giving me enough images to look at it. Have we heard that name before? Anybody? 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 That's a decent shot there. Pretty massive, I'd say. I'm assuming that's it. And bass drop. Yeah. Now, I know we kind of poo-pooed on the arc a little bit there at the beginning of the episode. I did enjoy that episode only because we got a lot of questions answered and things going on. It did unlock the door to more questions. But it wasn't bad kind of getting the explanation on things. Now, we haven't seen it because none of our guys have the abilities. But Luffy does. Does the reanimated Shadow Corpse also possess users' said Devil's Fruit ability? Do we have confirmation on that? That could also be TBD, because that, whatever that is, Oars looks massive. One slick back pistol could take out could do a lot of damage. Yeah, these are very interesting, like, quirky abilities here, which I'm sure this is just scratching the surface of some Devil's Fruit abilities I'm going to, you know, come across in my One Piece journey. a lot of other questions on like how that was figured that he could put the shadows, like before he ran into the doctor, what did he do with the shadows before? You know, I was curious like what he did up to the point, because he still is a warlord, so he's got some kind of baseline in power. But before he ran into the doctor and they started making these reanimated shadow puppets, what was he doing with the shadows he would take before? I don't know. We haven't seen any other warlords besides Crocodile and him. I would take, just from a Devil's Fruit standpoint and what I've seen so far on screen, I would take Crocodile over him, just from a baseline of an ability. I mean, when you're a Logia type, I feel like it's damn... I don't know how the story is going to go. I'm sure when we get the power system in One Piece, I'm sure we're going to run into people that don't have a Devil's Fruit ability that are stronger than Devil's Fruit Logia users. It would just make sense. But I will probably say that I'm pretty sure probably majority of the top Devil's Fruit users are going to be the Logia types. And I'm sure, and the thing is, like, with how long One Piece is, anything, like, if I'm the writer, if I'm the author, anything I want to do, I can do, because the story is so long. If I want to introduce a way that somebody can have 2 Devil's Fruit abilities, I'm going to figure out how to do that, you know? But I am curious the power system and kind of what the power system allows you to do, and is that stronger than some of the Devil's Fruit you can get your hands on? Let's just talk about, like, Hunter x Hunter and Nen, for example. What you were able to do with Nen and things like that, and the things and the type of abilities you could unlock. I don't know if we have that type of power system here, where is it like just a Dragon Ball type power up, where, you know, I'm just bigger, faster, stronger, can shoot some energy blast, or am I able to like do some things? Am I able to create, summon, manipulate, conjure, enhance, to the point that like there's no Devil's Fruit out there that could give me what I'm able to do with the power system in here? I don't know how deep that's going to be. But we'll wait and see how all that goes. And then, I mean, I can't be the only one that thought this when it came up. Like, you want to see a Brook Zoro fight, no? Maybe not to the death or serious, but like just some... Seems like we could sharpen each other's abilities here. I wonder if it's ever happened in a playful or serious way. I'm also curious, will we ever see Brook in a serious way? You know? Well, now he hasn't been on the crew, he hasn't been really involved in things, and we're kind of getting his backstory at the same time. You know how it is, we run into a crew member and get their dramatic backstory at the same time. I'm curious if there's anything that will like trigger him. Like he's serious right now and he's scared, but there's no like rage within him. There's no like Nami stabbing himself in the arm, or Nico Robin screaming that she wants to live, or like a flashback of Sanji seeing that the old man like lost his foot, you know, and some things like that. So we'll see. We'll just leave it there. Not a bad episode, though. Did enjoy it. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always...